So, Ghost Recon. I want to get straight back into this. I'm just currently unlocking a few of the classes here. There's a Tech, the Diversionist, and the Enforcer. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them at the moment. I just basically unlocked them whilst I had the chance to. What I do want to concentrate on is a couple of the ones that you do kind of get at the start of your kind of gameplay on the PvP. Getting up to level 15 is quite easy on this game, so we want to look at these beginner ones really, and obviously I want to kind of show you a bit about how they play, and obviously depending on your gameplay style really is obviously dependent on what class you decide to pick. I prefer obviously the marksman classes, but it's not for everybody. A lot of people like to gung-ho, a lot of people like to, you know, lay down suppressive fire. The good thing about this is every class has its abilities, and every class does help another class. Obviously if you're taking suppressive fire, it allows a sniper to move in and obviously see where it's coming from and take out the contact really. Obviously the first one I'm going to look at is the point man. It's not really I didn't really enjoy it, if I'm honest with you. It's one of them that it's not my gameplay style. As I say, my favourite type is the marksman class, and this isn't really. It's in the middle of the two. It's where, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a good class, and all of them are good classes. I think they've all been designed very well. However, I struggled with this one. Obviously, I'm still quite new to the game, so I'm nowhere near anywhere any good on it yet, obviously. But I still enjoy playing the class, obviously. They're all that type of gameplay where, you know, you can enjoy pretty much any class really, if you've got a decent team. Unfortunately, this team that I play with, although they are good, we did face some tough competition. But I don't like to shy away from a bad game. I'm the same as everybody else. Sometimes you get good games, sometimes you get, you know, terrible games. Unfortunately, on this instance, I really struggled to get much decent really on this one. But there's still, you know, still a few good kills that I managed to acquire on this. But let's take the rough with the smooth, shall we? Obviously, he's not really got any ability to use in this aspect other than the fact that he's not going to get suppressed. But there's nothing else really he can do. So obviously, when I have a sniper here, he's got C4. I struggle to take him out really, and unfortunately I end up with my own demise. But my grenade throwing skills weren't that brilliant in that instance either, which didn't help. So yeah, so I don't particularly enjoy this class. I don't think. I'd certainly say it's one of them where I think it'll be good. I think this map's got a bit of open to it, and if you're caught out in the open, you can easily be taken out quite quickly, and I don't think that worked well for me. Now this is still the point man class that I'm still trying to work out what the hell I'm doing with, and I still can't work out really. I couldn't get myself into a decent position to try and take out the enemy. Certainly struggled here, as you can see. It's just trying to get yourself into a position with this character. There's nothing really that he's got that will support you. Obviously, other than the fact that he can't be suppressed. That is useful, as I say. It's very useful, because if you can't be suppressed, you can get some good shots on target. But with this team being quite a good team, I struggle to try and get into any position to take them out. Obviously, as you can see, the medic class and the mortar classes, they've got the drones, which you're obviously trying to stay out of the way of. You've got no kind of counter to that. You're hoping on someone on your team to have a decent counter for it. So that's that class there. And now we go on to probably my favourite class, as I've obviously already mentioned quite a few times, the marksman class. Now this is the sniper. I won't go too much into the two that you first get, because they're both quite similar. Obviously one of them's got a more semi-automatic sniper rifle which doesn't do as much damage, but he also carries a second primary weapon. The one I want to concentrate on more is the main sniper, which is the one that I'm currently using at the moment. Remember, you get your presets as well for your loadouts. Now I decided to change mine, and okay, yeah, I could have, could have been advantageous using a ghillie suit, but it's also quite urban, so I thought, well, we'll get out the hoodie. So remember, you have got that option in the game, which I think is a good touch as well, because all the classes can have all of the different types of clothing and stuff like that. So your sniper's not the only one who can have a ghillie suit. So you get into like a woodland area, you can have any of your classes have a loadout that has a ghillie suit, which, you know, it adds to realistic concepts of the game. Now obviously a sniper in its right is quite a lethal enemy, or obviously if they're on your side, ally. However, it's not necessarily down to the fact that you can take them out quite easily, which you can, and I miss a terrible shot here. However, my distracting allows my team to take out the other member, which you'll see shortly. And that's sometimes how you're going to play your characters, is acknowledging the fact that sometimes you're not going to get the kill, but allowing your team members to obviously allow you to be that kind of diversion and get round there. Obviously sometimes it doesn't work that way, and they just ponder on their own thing and they don't really work out what it is you're trying to do. However, thankfully in this instance, I see them obviously moving in behind the target and managed to keep all of them. They did enjoy taking out a lot of the drones, which was interesting. So this is where we look at distracting the enemy. We know he's been in this area for quite a while now. He seems to get himself up on that roof, and obviously if you remember with the point man, it's the same building. He's put himself nice in there with some C4, and you're not budging the guy. He is doing the third person trick, which is obviously using his third person view to see over the wall. When he finds his target, he's then popping up, already looking in that general direction. He's just got to adjust his aiming to obviously take out the target. A lot of them use this tactic. I mean, that's the only downside to this game, is that it's actually quite easy to do that. You can keep yourself in quite a lot of cover, use your third person view, and then obviously use that to your advantage and take them out. Now bear in mind, I'm in the middle of a field. I'm actually quite in the open here. We've spotted the target, and now we're just waiting for him to use this third person. And you'll see that he spots me and starts to lay down fire on me, and also misses a target, which, considering I'm a still target, is probably not the best thing in the world, but thankfully for me he misses, so then we can take him out. As I've already mentioned, this is my favourite class. I think it's all round good character. I mean, yes, you've got your long range, yes, you've got your short range, you've got your silenced pistol, which is really good because it's okay, yeah, it's only a single shot weapon, but it's silenced. It allows you to get in close and to take out the enemy, which a lot of the other classes unfortunately doesn't give you that option to do. And most of them are allowed, and sometimes staying under cover is obviously the best option. As already mentioned, the only difference really to the other classes is their weaponry. They all follow the same kind of technique. Now he's using the same secondary ability that I'm using, which is when you get marked, it marks the enemy who's marked you. So we're kind of mirroring each other, unfortunately. So as you can see now, he's too busy trying to take me out. He knows that if he pops his head up, that he's more than likely going to get it taken off. And then there is the kill. Now, I've started this class recently, and I'm actually quite enjoying playing it. This is the tank class. Now his other ability is basically when somebody gets marked, he allows that mark to be taken off them and moved on to you. You also have increased health. I was a bit dubious as to how it was going to play out, but I actually really enjoyed it. Excuse me. He's a heavy hitter. He's robust. You know, he's okay. He's not got the ability where he doesn't get suppressed, but the weaponry he's carrying is advantageous to you. I mean, he's got a silenced pistol there, which is it's a bit of a weird combination, but it works. And then obviously you've got the heavy machine gun, which it's just one of them weapons that just plows through enemies, and you'll see that soon as well. Quite soon actually. Now, as you can see there, it says divert intel. That's the ability I was just discussing with you, where basically if someone gets marked, I can move that mark onto me. Sometimes unfortunately it doesn't tell you when it's marked as obvious as I'd like it to, but you can keep an eye out on them little icons on the left hand side. When they light up, it obviously means that they've been targeted. I mean, that weapon, it just plows through enemies. It's a brilliant weapon. I'm slowly getting more used to playing the tank class than I am the sniper class, and that's where I'm kind of at with this kind of class. It's one of them where, yeah, he's nothing special really, but he's got the extra added health. He's got the ability to obviously divert the intel, which is really good. And he's a good all-rounder, so I'd certainly suggest having a go with him. Obviously, last but not least is the mortar class that I want to cover today. I was quite taken aback by how he plays. He's got a drone that basically targets an area for mortar drop, which I thought was quite useless when I first played it. It was one of the first classes that I unlocked actually, second to the marksman class. And I didn't really understand how to play him, but after obviously seeing other players play him and kind of getting used to the game, I've kind of got an idea on how best to use him. And sometimes using him just to make the enemy go a different direction is a good thing. Now, this is a great shot of me spotting an enemy and actually taking him out, which surprises me because I've not had much luck with taking enemies out with a mortar. However, when you get some of the areas that are quite built up with, you know, ground coverage and stuff like that, he does prove to be quite useful. So definitely don't mark him out. His drone is still useful for marking people as well, and that's another little bonus to it. So that's basically where I'm going to leave it here. There are a lot more classes, and I'm still playing the game myself now, still trying to get obviously used to it. I've obviously got a few other games I've been playing as well, so it's kind of juggling a few about. However, I am having a great time playing these, so I think I will continue to try and unlock the other characters and give you some feedback on them and their abilities and whatnot, and hopefully you enjoy these videos. If you do, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or anything on any of the classes, then please don't hesitate to ask and I will get back to you. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.